Have you ever replayed a 2-second, awkward slip-up in your head for 3 entire days, convinced everyone at work is quietly judging you? You replay every word, every twitch of your face, convincing yourself that your reputation is permanently ruined over a momentary stumble. What if your brain is playing a cruel neurological trick on you, turning a minor blip into a stadium-sized spotlight that doesn't actually exist? Today, we unlock the exact neural switch that turns off this phantom audience and restores your daily confidence instantly. When you make a minor mistake in public, your internal awareness surges, creating a massive perceptual distortion of reality. Your brain magnifies that single drop of spilled coffee or missed word, tricking you into feeling like a glaring beacon of incompetence. You project your intense internal discomfort onto everyone around you, assuming they process your error with the same hyper-focused intensity. This cognitive distortion convinces you that you are standing on center stage, performing before a harsh and hypercritical audience. In reality, human evolutionary biology wired every brain to prioritize its own personal survival and immediate social standing above all else. Everyone surrounding you is trapped inside their own mental theater, endlessly worrying about their own career, appearance, and social mistakes. While you assume people are dissecting your actions, their cognitive bandwidth is almost entirely consumed by their own private insecurities. They do not remember your minor misstep because their neural processing power is fully booked managing their own complex lives. The constant belief that you are being judged forces you into extreme self-censorship, holding back your best ideas in crucial moments. You hesitate to speak during important meetings, choosing safety over impact, all to avoid the imaginary sting of public critique. Creative projects remain unlaunched, and networking opportunities pass by because your fear of judgment paralyzes your willingness to take risks. Over time, this hypervigilance keeps you trapped in a diluted version of your potential, living cautiously instead of thriving boldly. This endless cycle of social hesitation burns immense mental energy, leaving you exhausted before your actual workday even begins. Every social interaction becomes an exhausting post-event audit, where you analyze every word for hidden flaws that nobody else noticed. Social connections suffer because you retreat into self-protection rather than engaging authentically with the people around you. Breaking free requires understanding the specific cognitive machinery that creates this psychological illusion in the first place. Recognizing these hidden mental traps is the essential first step toward reclaiming your cognitive freedom and daily confidence. Science proves that once you understand how your mind constructs these phantom spotlights, dismantling them becomes surprisingly straightforward. If decoding these hidden neurological traps helps you navigate modern stress with clarity, hit subscribe to join our global community mastering practical psychology every week. By subscribing today, you unlock actionable, science-backed guides designed to optimize your brain, elevate your performance, and master social dynamics. Now, let us dive into the precise brain mechanics behind this illusion and explore the concrete tool to turn it off completely. To understand why your brain fabricates this phantom spotlight, we must examine the medial prefrontal cortex, or mPFC. The mPFC serves as your brain's self-referential processing engine, constantly evaluating how your personal actions relate to the social world. When social anxiety spikes, this neural region goes into overdrive, treating neutral social cues as sharp personal criticism and judgment. Behavioral studies reveal that people recall less than 10% of specific details about acquaintances or strangers after a brief social encounter. This 99% memory gap proves that the critical eyes you fear are entirely constructed by your own internal self-referential circuits. What feels like a glaring spotlight is actually an internal mirror reflecting your own hyper-focused awareness back onto your conscious mind. The brain simply lacks the bandwidth to audit others continuously, prioritizing immediate personal concerns over noticing your minor social errors. By understanding this neurological reality check, you can consciously override the mPFC's tendency to amplify minor mistakes into major catastrophes. Once you realize that nobody is keeping score, the heavy burden of social evaluation dissolves, unlocking immediate mental clarity and ease. Shedding this self-imposed pressure allows your genuine personality and ideas to surface naturally without constant fear of public mistake. Freeing your cognitive resources from self-scrutiny instantly improves your ability to focus, engage, and perform at your absolute best. To permanently deactivate this internal spotlight when anxiety strikes, you need a rapid, actionable circuit breaker grounded in neuroscience. Here is the exact practical life hack. The 3-point external anchor rule, designed to interrupt the mPFC self-referential loop in seconds. Step 1 is to shift your focus immediately by naming 3 concrete physical objects in your environment, out loud or internally. By directing your sensory processing toward physical items like a blue mug or wall clock, you force your brain away from internal panic. This simple naming exercise immediately starves the mPFC of cognitive bandwidth, preventing the internal anxiety feedback loop from escalating further. Step 2 is the objective reality audit, where you glance at the nearest person's hands or eyes for 2 full seconds. You visually confirm that they are completely absorbed in their own tasks or devices, proving that their attention is not on you. Seeing their total engagement with their own work breaks the illusion that you are the central focus of the room. This 2-second visual check grounds your perception in real-world evidence rather than the distorted assumptions generated by your internal stress. Step 3 is the third-person reframe, where you state internally, "John is overestimating this moment. Everyone else is thinking about their day." Referring to yourself in the third person disengages emotional circuits, allowing objective logic to reclaim control of your cognitive state. Within 5 seconds, this 3-step anchor disengages self-referential circuits and firmly re-anchors your conscious mind in objective reality. Practice this circuit breaker whenever awkwardness strikes, and watch your daily confidence skyrocket as phantom spotlights vanish forever. Master your brain's hidden mechanisms, reclaim your focus, and step into every room with unshakable clarity and presence starting today.